Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Giselle. I'm 20 years old. I like long walks on the beach. I don't have a middle name. I'm not Australian. I don't have blue eyes, but hey, you should subscribe to me anyway. In today's video, I will be talking about everything wrong with my mental health, and probably yours too. Ever notice that everyone in this day and age seems to be super positive, super all for mental health, mental well-being? You know, we're in the month of May, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's great and it's dandy, and everyone's always like, hashtag Bell Let's Talk, hashtag end the stigma, and that's cool, and I'm all for it, and I'm so supportive of that. I love that we support mental health, but might I say, we are the biggest hypocrites alive. I feel like we are the most self-deprecating, self-criticizing, and judgmental generation there has ever been. Now, just because you don't have a mental illness, like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, that doesn't mean you have a good mental health. Mental health is our entire psychological well-being. Though it does include mental illnesses, it also includes our own self-perception, our perception of others, and just our perception of life in general. The point I'm making in today's video is that my generation, we are so quick to support the causes like mental health, but what are we doing for our own mind? What are we doing to support our own mental health? Now, social media plays a huge role in all of this. Especially now during this time, we are always on our phones, scrolling, watching videos, retweeting, tweeting, liking people's Instagram posts. We are so easily exposed to other people's lives. And we're not exposed to the dark, the negative, the downfalls of people's lives, but we're exposed to all of the highlights. We're exposed to the rich, to the beautiful. We're exposed to the perfect lifestyle of everybody in this world. Everyone strives to be perfect on social media. But you know that when you're sitting at home on your bed at like 1 a.m. in your PJs that don't even have a matching top and bottom, you're thinking to yourself, wow, I wish I could be more like this person. With social media, we have grown up to constantly compare ourselves to other people. And the more time we spend scrolling away at Instagram, we are subconsciously putting these ideas into our head that we are not enough, we are not good enough, that we need to be more like them. And all of this happens without us even knowing it. We've kind of just gone with the flow over these last couple of years, seeing these successful people win in life, and us being like, wow, good for them. I'm just here, you know, just working at McDonald's. I feel like we've turned that comparison into humor. People are blowing up on social media because of self-deprecation. Why are we so attracted to self-deprecation? Why are we so attracted to putting ourselves down? Why are we so attracted to watching other people put themselves down? Well, I know for one thing, we feel like it's relatable. When we see successful people, when we see people that are rich and beautiful put themselves down in front of the world, low-key, like it's weird and it's wrong, but like we feel kind of good about ourselves. But that is so unhealthy. Why do we find pleasure in seeing other people put themselves down? How messed up is that? I personally think that self-deprecation is funny, but I also feel like it's totally being overdone, and it's starting to get to that point where it's becoming a little unhealthy. It's become so normalized that saying things like, I'm a whole ass mess, or
oh my god, ew, I look so ugly right now.
Or like, I wasn't blessed with those genes. Why is that so normal now? All of that plays a factor as to why our mental health can get so screwed up. I feel like having that mindset and that normalization of putting ourselves down is honestly restricting us from becoming the best versions of ourselves. What we think and say out loud are exactly the things we become and connect to. So if you tell yourself, I will never be as successful as Kim Kardashian. Yeah, you never will be because you just said it. You're training yourself to believe that. If you say you're sad, you're gonna connect to sadness, and therefore all of those sad thoughts will continue to develop and will continue to grow. But if you say to yourself, I will be just as successful or even more successful than Kylie Jenner, then yeah, you're putting that energy out there and you are doing something positive for your mind. Subconsciously, on a weird way, like I can't explain it, I'm not like a psychologist, but in a weird way, that positivity, that will change something in your brain that won't like hold you back from becoming as successful as someone like Kylie Jenner. I think in a day and age like today, yes, we can do all the supporting of things like Bell Let's Talk and all these movements for supporting mental health. But at the end of the day, I think we should bring it all back and really focus on bettering our own mental health too. For starters, we should definitely be more aware of what we are feeding our minds. What exactly are we following on social media? Are we following things that are hurting us or helping us? Are we really benefiting from social media? Instead of seeing someone rich and successful on social media and comparing yourself and putting yourself down, why don't we just focus on using that as inspiration to become like them or even better? I think we should also tone it down just a little bit with the self-deprecation. Instead of coping with our own insecurities in the form of self-deprecating humor, why don't we just work on ourselves? Why don't we just change the things that we don't like about ourselves? Instead of promoting that negative energy of, I'm a whole ass mess. It's okay. Relate with me and let's be messes together. Like, let's cut that out. Let's change it into, yes, I was a mess, but I am better now, and look at the things I'm achieving in life. Look at all these great things I'm doing with this new positive energy. Let's improve our mental health that way. Let's improve other people's mental health that way. Because believe it or not, whether you are an influencer or someone who has 50 followers, whatever content you put out into this world has an effect on the people who are seeing it. So let's do our part of people of this generation and put out content that will uplift other people, that will inspire people, empower people. These days, there is such a high standard of what is happy, successful, beautiful. I feel like we're so hard on ourselves. If we don't have our entire life figured out by the age of 22, that we're a failure. If we don't have $1 million in our bank account by the time we're 30, we're a failure. Or that if we're not built slim, thick, then, we're ugly or we're fat or whatever. Whether or not we have $1 million in our bank, whether or not we have our careers figured out, I think it's important that we accept that this is the stage of life we're in and be okay with that and just continue to work harder to strive for what we want in this life. You have to put out energy that you want to receive. So if you want fame, if you want success, if you want riches, if you want to be beautiful, you have to believe it. You have to put it out there. Sitting on your ass all day scrolling through Instagram, wishing you had somebody else's life will not get you anywhere. You're just hurting yourself by doing that. Be kind to yourself. Be aware of what you're putting out into this universe. Stop comparing yourself to people who are already up in this life. Be patient with yourself. Work hard and take care of your mental health. Like I always say, you have the power to make the day what you want it. So make it what you want. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.